Okay, you know I love pizza, and I also love Umbertos. So we were breaking for lunch. We were all having such a great time. I said, you know what? Let's just kind of sit down and talk about the pizza and the wonderful Italian food at Umbertos. So we invited Michael to come and be on set, and he was gracious enough to say yes. However, I already took a bite out of that one piece, and they were trying to like cover the grandma slice.
Now you got to finish.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish. That's going to be my piece, right? My name's already on it.
It's all right.
So, Michael, how long have you been with Umbertos?
About 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I started when I was 17 years old. Now I got to be 40 next month.
Congratulations.
And I used to have a lot of hair, no more, but everything is, we try to do best pizza every day, and we keep it go better and better.
Now, I know you make your dough there.
Yeah, we make everything.
And a lot of places don't make their dough, right? This is Kevin. By the way, my beautiful audience is my friend Rich Salgado and the Kevin Weeks. It's an inside joke, but anyway, so they're also big fans of Umbertos. So we're just so it's about the dough, right?
It's all about the dough.
Okay.
I'll tell you what's interesting though when you just mentioned that, and maybe you guys can speak to this. The last time when we were there, or 2 times ago, you took me downstairs, and I saw there's a big dough mixer downstairs. So maybe you can speak about that.
Well, my uncle is always over there early in the morning. He always makes some dough every day. And he got more than one machine, actually.
Okay.
He got one for the bread, one for the pizza dough, another one for the experiments and stuff like that. But he's always on the pizza dough. And then it's a wrap. It's come the best pizza ever. He's the master, I gotta tell you that.
Back then, the old Umbertos was just a window, and where the ovens are right now, that's where they were all along, and you kind of made your way in and out, and whether if the weather was nice, you went up to the window and you ordered. If it was cold, you had to walk inside and try to find a spot, and here I was on my tippy toes at the time, saying, I want a slice, I want a slice. So good. And 50-something years later, I'm still there saying, I want a slice, I want a slice.
But now you're
Aren't we all?
But I'm over the counter. Yeah, exactly.
Aren't we all? I'll tell you what's really cool about it is I remember when I first got traded to the Islanders, and this gentleman right here, Big Daddy, was kind enough to take me under his wing. I just got traded there, new to New York, didn't know anything, didn't know anybody, just getting into the NHL, major trade right before Christmas. And I remember one of the first spots he took me to was Umbertos. And we had the rice balls, the arancini. Oh. And we had the rice balls. And I'm going to tell you, as a former NHL player, now being in the league 21 years, and we eat at all the best spots. And guys talk, and guys are always saying, hey, when you're in Montreal, where you're going? When you're in Chicago, where you're going? When you're in New York, where you're going? Especially in the New York area, we've got a lot of the best food in the world here. I got to tell you, I love bacon, prosciutto, sausage, ham, you name it. That pizza, even though I love the meats, that pizza is off the chain. And it has been. And NHL players, as you know, we talk about all this stuff. So it's not a secret anymore. Let's just put it that way. Everybody knows how great Umbertos is, especially guys that play on the New York area teams.
And it's the quality of the ingredients. You know, they always say, oh, you can taste the love that's in it. So but you genuinely can at that place.
Well, you got to use
really
the best product, and you got to know how to mix good together. You know? Plus, we make the home mixed fresh sausage. We made it always. Fresh mozzarella, meatballs, everything homemade.
That's true. You're making the mozzarella there too. I forgot about that part. So it's all the ingredients coming together. So
they've expanded. And you know what? That's why they've expanded the brand. I mean, it's New Hyde Park is the mother home, but you know now Michael runs Umbertos out in Lake Grove. And there's Massapequa, there's Belmore, there's obviously, Wantaw, and the list, it's growing and growing, and soon enough, who knows, maybe in St. Louis one day.
There you go. Well, you know, one of the reasons that I know that they decided to expand is that because of that customer care, they were running long waits. And so all the people were still driving and going to them. So instead of making people wait, what they did is they're like, okay, where are you from? And I remember them taking a list of the different zip codes. So they went now to the people. So that makes a big difference, I think, too. It's just, you know, a lot of times people will open up other franchises because it's all about business, where this isn't. It's all about the people.
I'll tell you, the guy who's funny, who plays for the Atlanta Falcons, Mohamed Sanu, he FedExes Umbertos to practice.
There you go. Come on.
It's gotten to that level.
That's the level.
Right.
And,
Oh my gosh.
You know,
Oh, and
obviously
the Super
everybody,
Bowl,
the Super Bowl, everybody
Giants,
knows
right?
that.
Yeah.
The
you know.
Giants,
Yes,
was it, how many
exactly.
pies were on a
This
bus
is
or
it.
something? It was crazy.
On a plane.
Oh, a lot.
On a plane the
Yeah.
Friday of the week of the Super Bowl, we had it there for them when they came off the field, which people were shaking their heads. They're like, "How'd you pull that off?" And it was with God's blessing, we were able to pull it off. And so it's been world traveled. It's
Yes.
been very, very traveled, and it's you know.
A lot
Still
of people
family.
move and they want Umberto's pizza, so we send it, we ship it to them.
That's
Okay.
amazing.
Yeah.
So it's not just a restaurant. It's ristorante in Italiano.
Yeah, ristorante.
Ristorante, pizzeria.
And pizzeria too.
Okay,
Crazy.
but now what about institution? Institution, how do you say in Italiano?
Institution.
It's an institution.
How do you say? Like
Tradition.
tradizione, una
Tradizione.
tradizione. Tradizione.
Yeah, that's what it's become.
Yeah.
That's what it's become.
It really
it's
has.
transcended from amazing world-class food that you feel that you can get anywhere
And that's
in
why,
Italy.
specifically
too.
this pie,
The grandma,
my
one that I
grandma
couldn't wait
used
to
to
eat,
make
and I
that
took a
one
bite out.
in the
Yeah.
home. And that's why we give the name the grandma.
Yes,
I used
because
to
it's your
make it.
family. It was
Yeah.
your
Right.
family that
Yeah.
brought
What
it
about
over.
olive oil? Tell us about olive oil. Because you had that. You dropped that secret earlier. I pay
Yes.
attention. I
So
appreciate-
yeah, so
Yeah.
the very first time I ever went and did a story at Umberto's, it was so sweet because Mr. Umberto was there and he says, "Come here," and I said, "Okay." So he let me behind the counter and goes, and he shared the one of the family secrets, and the family secret is that you lift the corner of the pizza, you put a little extra olive oil just in the corners, and it crisps up perfectly.
Incredible.
You like to cook, right?
I love cooking.
Are you Italian?
I grew up in Little Italy back home in Toronto.
Okay.
So a lot of my best friends that I grew up playing hockey with as a young kid are Italian. So I spent a lot of time. Actually, one of them was on Instagram. We were on live. My good buddy Paolo DeStasi, his sister Melina, she saw the pizza and then she jumped in on
that's-
Instagram live. So I spent a lot of time in their parents' house and in their Nona's house, who lived next door. And yeah, I come by a lot of this very naturally. You guys have a lot of the best food in the world. But what I
Thank
love
you.
about it too, it's the passion too that we had talked about. There's so much passion behind it. So as athletes or entertainers and television and anything that you do, I think that you need that passion. And I know whenever we go in there,
Yeah.
you're very, very passionate. The whole team.
When I do even one pizza, I always do with all my heart. I try to do the best that I can come, you know?
And Rich, you
amazing.
do a lot of
Always.
special events there too. So
Yeah,
they have that like
I've-
private rooms and
I've had everything from signings to raising money. I had my wedding there. I got married there. Everyone was like, "How are you going to pull that one off?" But that was they and the food. I mean, St. Louis's own Joe Buck was at our wedding.
yes, that's right.
And he, you know, they rant and raved about the food. So, and I think Umberto took his game that day to the next level because he knew, obviously, it was me, and secondly, the guests that we were having. I
Sure.
mean, it was like a coming out party, you know, to hold a wedding there and have the people there because everyone knew about the pizza.
Right.
But,
Right.
and we had it as an appetizer because we wanted people that had never been there. You got to try this because you've never had it. Try it. All the other food was great, but you know, everyone was like the pizza. So
Yes. And you know what? No matter, like we were talking earlier too in the green room, Kevin, no matter where we travel, for us, it's all about the food.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
about I love to go to
Totally.
the history museums.
Yes.
I love to go to art museums. I love to experience like local culture. And this certainly has, I think, you know, as big as the Long Island duck is, the big gigantic duck, I think Umberto's now is a landmark. I think we should actually see if we can, you know, get landmark status for it.
yeah, I mean,
I'm with
it's,
that.
Right?
Oh,
Let's do
totally.
that.
Well, Michael
Start
made
the
this
petition.
pizza.
Yes.
He made this pizza just for us, so
Thank
we'll all
you.
have to take.
We're going to take some.
We're gonna take
You don't have to
some.
twist any arms.
There you go.
So,
So,
yeah.
Okay,
slide
I
that
got
on
the
over
little
here.
piece of
Yay.
Ladies first. Ladies first.